Alright, boys and girls, we're going to try to combine lessons 9.1 and 9.2 today, so hold on to your hats. The first essential question is, how do you name and represent fractions, decimals, and percentages? This might be a little bit of review for some of you. I've covered it in many lessons throughout the year, so hopefully it makes sense when we go through the lessons in the journal page today. Vocabulary for that today includes the word percent and a 100% box, meaning what's the complete whole object that's being broken apart. Lesson 9.2 is going to be how do you convert fractions to decimals and percentages. So they really do a lot of the same thing, but this particular lesson is going to bring back the fraction of problems. So you're going to see how to make fraction of and turn that into percents as well. Alright, so let's start off with just a review again of fractions, decimals. What are they? All of these things are part of a whole. So don't lose concept of that. These are all the same thing. If fractions made sense to you, the percentages are going to make sense as well. What you're going to be seeing today is a lot of oh, I wish I was in Doceri, then I'd have my straight line tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to see 10 by 10 grids. Now it's going to be based on shading in the journal pages here first. Let me go to highlighter here for shading purposes. So if I shade 2 complete rows, think about what percentage I've just filled in here. So fractions to decimals to percentages, they're all the same thing. There's 3 different ways I can show this thing. I just shaded 20 out of 100 little blocks. In decimal form, that would be 0.20. And then I told you before, percentages come from your first 2 place columns in decimal land. So they come from the tenths right here and the hundredths right here. Alright, so this would be equal to 20%. Now, smile, nod, give yourself a thumbs up and a pat on the back if you already knew that. But that's the basics of today's lesson. You're going to be looking at a lot of different situations. There's a number grid that you're going to be doing some shading in with a highlighter. You're going to come up with the fraction out of 100. You're going to turn that into a decimal so you can start to see these percentages fall into place. 9.2, well, let me take a look at the study link real quick. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. 9.2, you've got a little bit more of an adjustment here. They'll have some things that might be, I think they give you a situation that somebody has filled in 20 questions on an assignment. So if I tell you that you've missed half of the entire assignment, how many questions did you miss? You should be thinking right now in your head, that would be 10 questions. What percentage of the assignment is that? Okay, 10 out of 20. If we can get it to terms of 100, it's very easy to build percentages. This would be multiplying it by 5 and by 5. So 10 out of 20 is the same thing as 50 hundredths. That would look like this in decimal, and in percentage land it looks like, whoops, not like that, but like this, 50%. So 10 out of 20 questions would be 50%. So you're going to be doing different associations, maybe something like a quarter out of 20. Again, take that quarter. If you can make it have a 100 on the bottom, it's a perfect percentage because you're going to put your 2 numbers into the hundredths place, tenth and hundredths place, just like you need. It has a few different ways of already shaded figures in here that you're going to be kind of looking at and then identifying what it is. And what I mean by that is if you have that 10 by 10 grid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's my 10 by 10 grid. They might have some odd figures shaded, kind of like this, so I'll put one of them here. I'll put a row here, and then I'm going to do 2 rows here. and then you'll have to come up with the fraction and the percentage for things like that. So right now, think in your head, how many total blocks have been filled in? Remember, the whole box was 100 blocks. So right now, each rod that's colored in pink has 10 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. So you should be thinking 40 out of 100. 40 out of 100 blocks in this cube are filled in. So now if we took that into decimal, we need to be thinking 0 and 40 hundredths, because this over here would read 40 hundredths. We're going to be filling in 40 hundredths in decimal land. Your teacher has told you that percentages come straight from the tenths and the hundredths, so this would be equal to 40% of the square. Alright guys, that's 9-1 and 9-2 all squished together in a nutshell. We're going to try to buzz through them in class today. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.